Hey guys, it's Griffin Oni here, and welcome back to Pokémon HeartGold. Last time, we went into the Violet City Gym, challenged Falkner, the gym leader, and took down his underleveled Pidgeotto. And this time, we're going to be headed out of the Violet City Gym. But before we do, how are we feeling, Rido? You feeling accomplished now? Rido seems very happy. You ought to be very happy, Rido. You had a good day. Nice battle. Keep it up and you'll be the champ in no time at all. So now that we've completed the gym, what awaits us outside? Plenty. Hello, Griffin. We've discovered something. The details are, well, I can't really say anything, but we want you to carry that egg. My assistant is at the Pokémon in Violet City. Could you go meet him and pick up that egg? Okay, so Professor Elm wants us to go to the Pokémon and pick up an egg. And we definitely are going to be doing that. But before we do need to make some room in the party. I think all things considered, we're going to go ahead and put Rocky away. Sorry, I didn't really do anything with Rocky, but let's be honest. Rido was the one that needed to steal the show last time, and he definitely accomplished that. So let's head on over to the altered colored Pokémon and see what awaits us. Hello, Parcel Man. Good day, Griffin, isn't it? I have a package for you from your mom. Here you go. Oh, this is actually not the person I needed to talk to. So once your mom has gotten enough money, she will actually buy you items. There is a bunch of items that she could get, so it's just really a matter of finding out what all she got for us. So what do you got? We got a super potion. The fruits of our effort is paying off. She give me anything else? Okay, well, depending on how much money she has saved/spent, it can be more than one item. So we got a super potion, so that's good enough for now. I believe you're the one I need to talk to. Long time no see, Griffin. I've been waiting for you. This is for Professor Elm. The thing is, we would like you to take care of that egg. Sorry, I kind of skipped over the text there. Yes, we will take care of this egg. And we got an egg from the assistant. After you left, Professor Elm received a phone call. I have no idea what they were talking about. But after a while, Professor Elm suddenly cried out, I can't think of anyone more suited than Griffin. Then he insisted I hand this egg to you. That's how I came here to deliver the egg to you. It seems that a Pokemon will hatch from it only when you keep it in your party of Pokemon. That's another reason we've chosen you, Griffin. Please take care of it. Okay, I want to check one thing over here. Okay, so now that we have gotten a badge from the Violet City Gym, there are some new items that are available to us. I'm pretty sure the Super Potion is relatively new, but also we can finally get escape ropes and repels. I was not able to get this before, and it really bugged me. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this. I'm not gonna buy any repels, and hopefully one of these days, the reason why I don't get a repel will come up later, but one day I will get a repel. Pokemon can hold items like a potion or an antidote, but they don't appear to know how to use man-made items. Yes, that is a little hint that the game gives you. They can use berries in battle, but things like a super potion, they cannot use themselves. So you want to be mindful of what items you give to your Pokemon. When you first catch a Pokemon, it may be weak, but it will eventually grow to be strong. It is important to treat Pokemon with love. Yes, that is a good message, old lady. Oh! Me oh my, that egg must be... I see. So it's handed from Mr. Pokemon to Professor Elm, then from Professor Elm to you. Now I get it. That egg is truly an important egg. Please do take good care of it for me. Is that understood? I'm counting on you. Okay, that was a very interesting looking lady here. That is a Kimono girl. We're going to be running into them as we go through the game, so we'll want to remember them as we proceed forward. Now, before we do anything else, I want to talk to this guy. Now, I have avoided this specific gentleman on purpose, and there is a good reason why. This man can provide some really nice stuff to us, but we do have a little bit of work to do. So the first thing I need to do, just for my edification, is I need to establish what my trainer ID is. Okay, so I want to talk to this man. Hello! I should be a familiar face to every Pokemon fan. I'm from the TV show, The Show Me Show. Never heard of it. I am Primo, the big brother. Today, would you, one of my fans, tell me what you think of me? Yes, I will. So this is a very interesting opportunity. So here he's going to provide us with an opportunity to respond in a specific way. And if you respond to him in certain ways, you will unlock some neat stuff for you. Now, in order for you to be able to respond in the exact way to get you some nice stuff, you need to answer with very specific text. And the only way to know all the exact text that you need, at least as far as any reasonable way, is to use a specific site. And I will go ahead and include a link to that site in the description. By giving the site what game you're playing, the specific trainer ID that you're using, as well as the language of the game that you're playing, it will tell you the exact combination of words that you need to get in order to get some specific things. So the first things that we can get are custom art for our Pokemon boxes. In order to get all of these, you do need a collective total of 16 different words to know. But the nice thing about the website is that it does kind of break down everything that is made available. Now, I'm not going to show off everything, but I will show off as much as I can reasonably can for the time being. But I'm still going to unlock everything. So the first combination I'm going to give him is her rival, just to kind of get the ball rolling here. Oh my, is that how you feel about me? I never thought of it that way before. By the way, how do you like the way I am so exciting and fun? Truant and fight. You are no ordinary fan knowing such a thing. You're a trainer, right? I'll pull some strings for you. I think I can swing a deal to get you a new wallpaper for your PC boxes. Make sure you keep your channel tuned to the Show Me Show. Don't forget about me, the big brother. Now, I'm going to take just a minute to get all the different PC boxes unlocked, and then I'm going to show you one other thing you can get from him, because PC art is not the only thing you can get. Brother satisfied. That's weird. Nice opponent as one of them. What is... Did someone, what is the term? Did someone, use, a thesaurus just to try to change the phrase from friendly rival to nice opponent? Okay, Lightning Rod Mail, 1000% sounds like a service that would actually exist in the Pokemon world. Just trying to imply, really, really fast mail service. I could definitely buy that. Oblivious, inner focus. That does not work at all. That either doesn't work, or you are so zen that you are just oblivious to everything. That, I don't know how to feel about that. If export hydration just sounds like a very subtle way for you to be reminded to both drink water and sleep. Just, do the thing that you should be doing all the time. Drink and sleep. Hate rivalry is great. That is such a mood. It's I want to keep fighting you for as long as I can, but I also really hate you. Run away! Move! No wonder we have to run away and move. We have to run away and move from the music swarm. God, I'm just imagining a colony of ants that have somehow looked more like music notes, and they're just crawling all over you. Yeah. Ace Card Rival actually straight up sounds like a trainer class, doesn't it? It's a combination of Ace, Trainer, and Rival. I'm the Toughness Dragon, not the toughest dragon, the Toughness Dragon. There is definitely something to be unpacked from Uncle Flowers, but it's not gonna be me. I'm not gonna be the one to unpack that one. You all feel free to comment on what your thoughts are on Uncle Flowers. Dislike slow start. What? There have never been truer words, my guy. There have never been truer words. Dislike slow start indeed. If you know, you know. Fire poison heal. Not everything can be good. But considering which wallpaper this unlocks, kind of makes sense. Of course, you'll never know why that is. Fighting habit also sounds like a... I don't know, That either sounds like an ability or just a way to describe what we're doing in this game. We have I don't know what to say, we have a fighting habit. We have a habit of fighting. Okay, so I've gotten all the wallpapers unlocked for the time being. And while I'm not gonna show all of them off, I will at least show 2 of them off. Just to kind of give you something to look forward to for the long run. So, in box 2, we have the Big Brother paper. This is meant to be a reference to Primo's show in of itself that is literally his big brother on the TV. So there you go. There is the Big Brother box. But then we also have the Trio box, which just shows this really, really cute bit of art of the Johto starter Pokemon. It is such a shame that we do not have this feature in later Pokemon games. Like, I know that at a certain point it is kind of redundant on a practical level, but come on. I like this stuff. I enjoy when they actually put a lot of love into like this custom art that they have. And trust me, that's not even the best art. Like, I am giving you guys just a teaser of what is to come. There is some really impressive sprite art that I am literally just holding back for spoiler reasons. Now that said, that is not the only bit of stuff that we can get from Primo. There are 6 more combinations of words that I need to give him to give me something else. And I will get through those, and then we'll talk about what he gives us. Rock Solar Power, that sounds like a very green rock band. I get nothing on that one. World Intimidate is very, very funny, especially considering what this gets me. So I'm going to confirm this. You are no ordinary fan, no such a thing. You are a trainer, right? I'll pull some strings for you. I think I can swing a deal and give you this egg. You take good care of it. Yep, we got a Mareep egg from Primo. Yes, we have another egg that we can get from this guy. Now, there are 2 other eggs that we can get from him, so I'm going to get those, and then we're going to talk about what exactly they give. Well, we'll get into the specifics in a moment. Soundproof anime. That's what we need, boys. I just needed soundproof and just a soundproof room and anime. Travel Blaze. Sounds like a really spicy snack food. Okay, Ice Body Opponent is extremely ironic considering what this last one is about to give us. Oh my god, that's really funny actually. And last combo of words we need is service date. There's too many jokes. So many jokes, not gonna do it. You are no ordinary fan knowing such a thing. You are a trainer, right? I'll pull some strings for you. I think I can swing a deal and give you this egg. You take good care of it. We got the Slugma egg from Primo. And there was a second egg that I got in between the Mareep egg and the Slugma egg, but I'm gonna hold off on what's coming out of that one for the time being. However, now that we got the Slugma egg, I do want to talk about what exactly is going to hatch out of this. Because there's a little bit to talk about. Now, concerning Slugma. Haha, get your jokes out of the way. You might be thinking that getting Slugma like this is somewhat cheating, since Slugma is not otherwise available to us, and I did technically have to use a website in order to get the information I needed. I would, however, like to dampen this notion with 2 points. 1, this feature with Primo is indefinitely available to anyone who plays this game. It's not some discontinued mystery gift event. 2, if you want to raise a Slugma in this game, then it's all the more important that you take this one. Because otherwise, you're not going to find this thing until the post-game. So, all things considered, I think it's fair game. Anyway, going into Slugma as an actual Pokemon, it's one of the earliest fire types you can get, and it's a pretty unique one due to its evolution into Magcargo, the only fire rock type in the game. It has solid defenses and has decent special attack, which is only made more usable thanks to the physical special split, providing it with really powerful special fire, rock, and even ground type moves. However, that's where most of the positives end. The biggest problem with Slugma is that it is very pitiful stats aside from special attack until it evolves, which it doesn't do until level 38. Additionally, most of its better moves do not appear until the later parts of its development. Sure, it does get Flamethrower and Earth Power at levels 61 and 66 respectively, but until you get Lava Plume at level 38, The only fire-type move Slugma will learn naturally is Ember. Not to mention, while Magcargo does have a lot of resistances, it's also sporting multiple common weaknesses, including 2 quad weaknesses to both water and ground types. This is a Pokemon that you're definitely gonna need to be very patient with to get any mileage out of. However, that doesn't mean that Slugma serves no purpose whatsoever. Even if you don't plan on raising it, I highly recommend keeping it in your party if you have an egg with you, as its abilities Magma Armor or Flame Body speed up the process of hatching eggs. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, I do want to do a little bit of rearranging because we did get 3 more eggs in the party and I do need to make some room for what I actually need to carry. Okay, so now that I've gotten the team properly rearranged and healed up, let me show you what we're working with. So we're going to be bringing our main 3 Pokemon, Rhydon, Blazer, and Saris with us, but we're going to be bringing 2 eggs along with us. One of which is the Slugma egg, and the other one is the egg that we received from Mr. Pokemon. You notice that based on the descriptors of the eggs, the individual eggs come from are different stages of development. Because the first egg that we got was already carried by a handful of people, it actually already has some progress in terms of being close to hatching. It's moving on occasionally, and it is close. However, the other one we just got does not seem close to hatching, so it's gonna be a little bit before we actually get this going. But with that said, let's head on out. And now that we have headed outside, you'll notice that the daytime has changed a bit. That is because I am recording this late Friday afternoon. And why I'm doing that will become apparent later on. All right, with all the preparations out of the way, let's head on down. Apricorn Tree is back up and running, so we're gonna grab this. There we go, yellow Apricorn. Let's head on down. So we are back on Route 32, and now that we have cleared the Violet Gym, we can actually get past this guy. Wait up, what's the hurry? You have some good Pokemon there. It must be from the training you gave them around Violet City. The training at the gym must have been especially helpful. As a souvenir of Violet City, take this. It increases the power of grass-type moves. We got the Miracle Seed. Very nice item. It's not going to be particularly helpful during our journey, mainly because it is an item that boosts the power of grass-type moves by 20%, but it can still be helpful. Now then, as we go through this area, I am going to be speeding up a little bit and playing some music because there are a lot of trainers to fight, but also there are a handful of Pokemon that we do need to talk about. So I think with that said, let's go ahead and cue the music and get started. There are 3 new Pokemon that we can find on this route that we haven't talked about. And unlike Marib, they're all available in unique circumstances. So to start off, found only during the daytime is Hoppip. Now Hoppip is unique in that it is one of very few grass flying types in the game. But this Pokemon is meant to play a lot differently than both types traditionally do. Its biggest stat is speed, which only improves as it evolves into Skiploom at level 18 and later Jumpluff at level 27, which is one of the fastest grass types in the game. But throughout its entire development, it's very lacking in offensive capabilities. Its moveset and offensive stats just don't support an offensive playstyle. This Pokemon is designed to quickly set up status conditions with the various powder moves that it learns and absorb HP with the move Leech Seed. That isn't to say that it doesn't eventually learn decent offensive moves, but it's just not built to do that. Grass Flying is also not the best type defensively. It can be very susceptible to a lot of types that neither type individually should be as weak to. Still, if you wanted to try something a little different with a grass type, then maybe Hoppip is right for you. Just don't go for it if you're a night owl. Conversely, only available at night is Wooper. And may I just say, this is one of my favorite Pokemon in the franchise. Wooper is such a pure existence that is just constantly happy to be alive, which is amazing considering that it has no arms. But going into Wooper as a Pokemon, it has a great time combination in the form of Water Ground. While this does give Wooper a quad weakness to grass types, that is its only weakness. And unlike most water types, Wooper is straight up immune to electric type attacks. Additionally, it comes with great moves right from the start and gets even better moves after evolving into Quagsire at level 20. This thing even learns Earthquake through level up. That said, there are still some problems with Wooper and Quagsire regardless. It's not very fast and relatively lacking in special defense. Additionally, most of the moves it learns are special attacks, even though its biggest stat is attack. As a result, you might struggle for a while to get the most out of this thing. But much like with Totodile, those limitations will eventually be a moot point. Regardless, it is an excellent Pokemon, especially for the early game, and I highly recommend it if you're willing to wait until the wee hours to get it. Also, this is the third Pokemon that you can get from Primo, but it's right here, so save yourself the hassle and just get it now. Unless you just really are adamant about never playing at night. The last Pokemon that we can find is another case of a semi-exclusive Pokemon. In Soul Silver, you can find Ekans here. Now, Ekans is frankly not the best poison type in the world, but there are some positives about it. It has decent physical attack, made better by the physical special split allowing it to use that attack when using the moves Bite and Crunch. It can have one of the best abilities in the game in the form of Intimidate, an ability that immediately decreases your opponent's attack by one stage just from sending Ekans out. And its evolved form Arbok, or Charbaka for those of you who are cultured, got additional coverage in this game thanks to its access to the elemental Fang attacks. But unfortunately, that's where the positives stop. Not only do these Pokemon lack in defenses, but if you're going to seriously try to raise this Pokemon, you're going to have to use TMs or move tutors to make this work, especially since it only learns one physical poison type move aside from Poison Sting at level 56 in the form of Gunk Shot. The rest of its moves are pretty much just mediocre special poison and ground type attacks. Honestly, I'd probably pass on this if I were you. Now, for those of you who are playing HeartGold like me, there is no version exclusive or semi-version exclusive in this particular case. But do not worry, there is one that we will be getting very soon, just not on this route. Okay, I believe that takes care of all the trainers that I needed to fight along this route. Now I want to talk to you real quick, I believe. How would you like to have this tasty, nutritious Slowpoke tail? For you right now, it's just $1 million. You'll want this. Yeah, I can't get it, but let's try anyway. The kids these days were loaded. What kind of kids do you think just have $1 million on them? You can't even physically have that much money in the game. It's literally impossible to obtain. What if I say no? You don't want it? It's Scram, shoo. God, man, with this guy, right? Now, I did take care of all the trainers, but of course I do want to catch, well, at least the one new Pokemon that I can't technically find right now. The sad thing is, even though most of the Pokemon I just went over are normally available on this route, I can't actually get them right now because I'm either playing at the wrong time of day or playing the wrong version of the game. Oh, we got a Great Ball from this specific thing. I think that's our first instance of getting a Great Ball. Great Balls basically are normal Pokeballs, except that they catch at a 1.5 times multiplier on the catch rate, whereas a Pokeball only catches with a 1 times multiplier on the catch rate. So, 50% better. Can't really complain about that. Ah, here we go. Took me a minute, but we finally found a Hoppip. Now, in between cuts, Sarah's actually learned a new move, Astonish. Don't let the move itself astonish you. It is not particularly great. However, Astonish does have a small chance of flinching the Pokemon, which is exactly what we're seeing right now. Flinching basically means that a Pokemon will not be able to attack for that turn, and it really is only an effective tactic if the Pokemon that is using Astonish is faster. Fortunately, Saris is faster, because Saris is the best. And it looks like we got that Hoppip with little trouble. And Hoppip's data was added to the Pokédex. Hoppip, the cottonweed Pokemon. To keep from being blown away by the wind, they gather in clusters, but they do enjoy gentle breezes. If you wish to give a nickname to this Hoppip, please leave a suggestion in the comments. I do believe since I have one empty slot in the party, Hoppip will be traveling with us for a little while. Oh, Looks like Bug Catcher Wade is calling me. This is a thing that can happen during the game, is that they will just kind of occasionally call you. Let's at least address what he has to say. Griffin, howdy. It's Wade, how are you? Oh yeah, a wild Metapod got away from me at the last second. I know it's a common Pokemon, but it does annoy me that it got away when I almost had it. See you later. Yeah, sometimes they'll just kind of randomly call you. They don't necessarily always have something new for you, but, you know, if you do want to meet with them again, you most certainly are welcome to try. Now, before we end off our time here on Route 32, I do want to make note of this particular track here. There is a monorail track that kind of runs along certain parts of the region. We'll find out eventually where this specific track starts, but I just want you to kind of keep this in mind for later, because it is going to come up. Saris is steadily poking at the ground. Well, you're original as always. Now then, I do believe I have not fought you yet, so let's end this off with fighting you. At glance, it's intriguing. I don't want to know what it is exactly about my gaze that has intrigued you, but anyway, we're challenged by Camper Roland. I almost said Champion Roland, and that is absolutely not true. This kid's a lot of things, but Champion ain't one of them. I think I'm gonna let Blazer come on in for this. Rhino has been putting in a lot of work today against all those fishermen that are hanging out at the port. Dealt with a lot of Pokemon, some of which we've never seen before, although I guess this Nidoran is relatively new as well. Oh, poor Nidoran. You were once glorious, but now, in your effort to focus your energy, you lost concentration. And of course, we get a pointless critical when it is absolutely unnecessary. We take that regardless. This is disappointing. All right, now let's head back down here. Oh, wait, there's an item over here. Don't want to forget that. It'll bug me, and I will bug you too. TM09, Bullet Seed. This is a weak grass type attack that can hit 2 to 5 times. It is treated as a physical grass type move in this game. So if you're raising a physical grass type of any kind, at least give it a try for now. It'll give Bellsprout something to do at least. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and stop right here. There is a Pokemon Center on Route 32. That's because we still have quite a ways to go before we get to the next town. So next time on Pokemon HeartGold, we're gonna head further south into whatever lies beyond this Pokemon Center, and maybe we'll talk about a few new Pokemon that may become available very soon. See you guys then.